Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Waby. Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Waby. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to play Cracked Out like a pro player in Modern Warfare. Now, I'm gonna be going over some really good pro tips on how to play Cracked Out. And yeah, let's get right into it. So first off, you wanna have a good setup. So I recommend having paddles. I use a Scuff Impact, that's really good, or you could use like Strike Pack paddles, it's the same thing. But you want to have either paddles or use stick and move, claw grip, or something where you can keep your right hand on the aim stick. That's a big deal because you don't have to take it off to do movement, so it helps with your movement and it helps with your aim, so you don't have to move your right hand off the aim stick to press buttons or to aim. So yeah, that's a really great tip right there. And then you want to have a monitor too, guys. That's one of the biggest tips I can give you all. A monitor helps with your aim a lot. And then your settings also matter. I play with flip controls where I shoot with the bumpers. I use 5.5 sensitivity. I use 1.0 for both of those. Disabled vibration, standard aim assist, and that's really all the main settings I have. And tap slide. I'll just go ahead and show you all my settings though, in case you're curious. But yeah, that's all really for the settings and the setup. A great way to practice this, guys, is what I'm about to show you. You want to go into a custom game. Just pick any map you want, probably like a small map. Do free for all. Do the time to unlimited, score to unlimited, and then change. You can do this. I'll just do radar always on, and then I do maximum bots, recruit, and then make your class whatever you want to do. So just pick whatever class, guys, you normally use in regular gameplay. I like use the MP5, so I use it right here. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the game. Alright, guys, so let me talk about the first tip, and that's the YY spam. And you'll see pros do this in every COD, and I'll go ahead and explain what it is and the two ways you want to use it. So first, let me just turn down the audio a bit because it is kind of loud in my ear. Alright, let me shoot. Alright, that's good. Okay, so the YY spam is, guys, is where you YY to change your gun. And in this game, I don't really do it as much because the timing on it has to be very specific. It has to be really quick like that. And if you're too slow, it'll like mess up like that. But pros are really good at this. And again, they do this in every COD. And the importance of this is to be able to stay cracked out and always ready for a gunfight. Because if your hands are constantly moving like this, you're always going to be ready for a gunfight. And again, they don't use their right thumb for this because they keep it on the thumbstick. They either use the paddle in the back. I have a scuff, so I have 4 paddles, but my triangle paddle doesn't really work, so I don't really do it much this COD. But what they'll do is they'll play claw and do it like that, or play, stick move or something like that to do it. But most of them have a paddle in the back. And the importance of YY spamming like this is, like I said, to stay cracked out and to always be ready for a fight. Because if you're just like running along, guys, and you're not doing much, and you see someone, you might not be expecting them. But if you're constantly YYing around the whole map, YYing a lot, you're always gonna be ready for a fight. Like if you see someone, you're just gonna be like bam, because you're always ready for it. So that's a real key tip in YYing, and you'll see a lot of pros doing that. Alright, so one thing you have to watch out for though, guys, is like I said, you want to practice the timing of this. So just do it like in a free-for-all or custom games or something like that, like this. So you have to do it really quick, and if you mess up, it'll make you switch guns. So sometimes you may mess up and you have a pistol out when you see someone. So you don't want to overdo this at all. I only do this like a few times, like maybe once or twice. Then I'll do my movement, and then I'll do like once. I just basically don't keep spamming. I do it like in sets of 1 or 2. So I'll do like 1, 2. And then I see someone, shoot them, 1, and 7 like that. So let's get into the first way to use it, and I've kind of already spoken on it. And that is to use it when you're running and moving around the map. This is the main way you're going to see a lot of pros doing it. And again, you don't want to over spam it, and you just want to make sure you get the timing down. I don't even have it down that much. You just have to click it really fast. That's really all it is in this game. And it just helps you play Cracked Out and always ready for a fight. As you see, running along, if your hands are constantly moving, you're always going to be ready on a fight, for a gunfight. And that's like a key way most pros, stay Cracked Out. And like I said, you want to practice it and don't want to overdo it because it can get you killed if you mess it up. So that's the first way to do it. The second way is for peeking around doorways. So what you'll see pros do is, let me go to a doorway. Instead of peeking like this, which you still can do, what you see a lot of pros do is YY when they're doing this. And again, I still can't get the timing done. Good lord, you have to do it really quick. So that's what it is, it's like that. So what you see a lot of pros do is doing the YY on a doorway like this, and it just helps them to get ready for the gunfight. And what they do is they also time it. So when the gun goes down and it's already going to go up like that, when it's going back to the right, that's when they peek around the corner and their guns already going to be zoomed in. So it helps you kill people really fast if you're doing this. And you see someone, it's like bam, you see how quick that was? Instead of doing this, I mean it can work, but you're not going to be as ready for a gunfight if you're constantly just spamming YY and your hands are just, it basically just keeps your hands warm too. That's another thing. It keeps your hands warm and just keeps, your focus on the game and ready for a gunfight. So that's one of the key ways. Alright, so for the next tip is let's talk about the attachments. So in Black Ops 4, one of the key attachments to staying cracked was using the double quick draw attachment. And this game, what you want to do is you want to focus on the mobility attachments to make your gun, because you're going to be running around a lot if you're playing cracked, and it's going to help a lot depending on your attachments. So I'll just go ahead and go over some of the key ones. So on the MP5, on all guns too, basically the main one you want to look for is the stock and the tac laser. So the laser, this one is a really key one, guys. It improves your mobility a lot, and it's even banned for pros because it's so overpowered. So I highly recommend using that one. And then for stock, you want to almost always use the one with the most mobility. I don't use it for the MP5, but for other guns like the MP or the MP, what's it called? No, the M4. Let me go ahead and show you real quick. On the M4 and on all the rifles, I always pick the no stock one. And again, I always run that laser too. So I pick no stock, and you see it gives you a lot of mobility. So I use on almost all my guns the one that give you a lot of mobility. And a great way to check too is look at your final stats, and if the mobility is green, that means it's pretty good, and that just helps you with your movement, because it's hard to play Cracked Out, guys, and rush if your mobility sucks on the gun, and you can't really win a lot of gunfights when you rush. So that's a key way in staying Cracked Out. Alright, so another great tip is kind of what I'm doing here, and you'll see a lot of pros doing it. Is they warm up in a custom game free-for-all before the game or before they start playing, and this just helps improve your aim and everything. When you first guys jump into a game, you usually don't do that good your first game on. Well, at least I know I don't usually, but if you go into a custom game and just shoot like 100, 200 bots like this, if you want to get it done quicker too, just pick like a gunfight map. Like I think the one called Speedball. That's one of my favorite ones. And you'll get a lot of kills quickly, and it'll just help you stay Cracked Out when you're actually playing in a game against other people, because you've already killed 100, 200 enemies, which normally that can take like 3 or 4 games to happen, but you're going to get it done in like 10 minutes in a free-for-all custom like this. So that's a key way in playing Cracked Out, and just starting out cracked in Modern Warfare. Alright guys, so let's talk about another great one, and this is your movement. And I made a video already on how to have good movement, but I'm gonna make another one soon on how to have advanced movement. But a great way to stay Cracked Out and how to play Cracked Out is your movement. So what the movement is, there's like 2 main things you want to do in this game. So the first is or let me just explain. If you're caught like double sprinting like this and you see an enemy, it takes a while to shoot at them, or even when you're just sprinting like this, it takes a while to see enemies. So what you see a lot of pros do, and the reason why this is so effective is you're still going to be moving faster on the map, but you're always ready for a gunfight. And that is, you just want to spam the left stick. So you want to double click it, stop, double click it, stop. And what this does is you run around the map, but you're always ready for a gunfight. And this is one of the main ways to staying cracked. And you'll see I'm still moving around the map fast, but I'm always ready for a gunfight. And then you just combo this into the YY, and you're always going to stay cracked and ready to shoot someone like that. And yeah, you'll see a lot of pros do that. And that's one of the main ways you can focus on your movement and staying cracked. So let me go over the second way. The second way is sliding and jumping. So sliding in this game isn't really good for gunfights, but is good for moving around the map quick. And jumping is really good for winning gunfights. So what you want to do is you want to use sliding and movement and jumping in combination with each other to move around the map fast. So what I do is I kind of just alternate. I slide, jump, slide, jump, slide, slide, jump, slide, jump, something like that. And whenever I'm going around a corner where I know there's an enemy or a potential enemy, I always jump. Because I made a video on this too called cammering, but it's just basically it helps you win gunfights if you jump around a corner really quick. So I always try to do that. So I always try to time my jump around the corner. I slide just for fast movement. I jump when I know there's an enemy like that. Slide, jump. You see how that kind of works? I just kind of time it like that where I jump around the corners. I know there's going to be enemies. I mean, you can slide around the corner too. It works sometimes if it's close quarters, but normally just always jump around the corners and then just slide and alternate for around the map. Because the reason you want to alternate is if you just continue jumping or continue sliding, you're going to run out of stamina. But if you just kind of rotate them like that, you're going to move around the map fast and always stay cracked. And then again, just combo that into the spamming the double sprint, and then just combo all of that together with the YY. It may take a lot of practice, and you don't have to do the YY if you don't want to. Just mainly try practicing on your sprint like this. You know, just practice spamming it and sliding it and then spamming it. And main thing is like this, just always try to be ready for gunfights. That's what being cracked out means. You're just always ready for gunfights, your aim's on point, and all these tips will really help you with staying cracked out and performing at a high level in Modern Warfare. So another tip is to always be ready to melee someone in this game. So it's really overpowered in this game because you can melee so fast. So whenever you're going around a corner or something, just always expect an enemy and just always be expecting to knife him. Just keep that in the back of your head. It's not as overpowered as the shot punch was in Black Ops 4, but it's still something to keep in the back of your mind. So just how to do it is you just spam melee really fast, and sometimes it may be faster to kill him, and it just depends on the situation. So just always keep that in the back of your mind. But that's just kind of a mini tip. Now let's get into the last tip. That's just like one of the big misconceptions how to play cracked out and how to play like really fast paced and stuff, is that like a lot of people think you have to play on a high sensitivity. I mean, now it's true, if you play on high sensitivity you can probably play a little bit more cracked out, but almost all the pros and good players use a low sense, and including me, I use like a 5.5 or 6.6. Those are the best sensitivities to use, and you can still play super cracked out. You can turn on people, you can just do almost anything that you can with a high sense. It just may take a little bit longer. And one thing that helps with this is running a monitor. If you have a monitor on, it helps with you playing cracked out because you're going to see enemies before they see you. You have a faster response time, and also playing flip controls help because it allows you to have a faster input response. So you really don't have to have a high sense at all, but you can use a high sense if you want to because you can play a little bit more cracked out with it. But most people think you have to have a high sense to play cracked, and that's just not true. So yeah, that's just one misconception I've seen going around. And yeah, that's really all the tips I have, guys. I may post some gameplay after this, I don't know yet or not, but hopefully y'all enjoy this video. Let me know if it helped you, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this, more tips and tricks on this gameplay or on this game. And I'm out, man. Peace.